Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Twisted Coin on a Sunday. I have sent some links out. I have had some phone calls as well, and there will be a few people joining us at some point. If where the fuck am I going? There we go. Yeah, I had a telephone call with my Leicester Spotted Ricardo about an hour ago, and they're in the hotel room trying to put together a video for me, so then I can post it up on YouTube. But Ricky's drunk. Matt's three sheets to the wind. He's been on the rice wine. And oh my word, both me and Ma were stood in the dining room at Ma's place in absolute stitches. So if the pair of them decide to come and join us, please be warned that they are rather inebriated. Rick was trying not to because he hasn't slept for fucking 3 days. He hasn't slept since Friday, and yeah, he just wants to get his head down. And Matt's like, "No, we're going to go on a live. We're going to go on a live." Had Ma in stitches, so hopefully they do come on and join us. But from all respects, it sounds like they are having an amazing time in Japan already. How are we doing, Ken? There is a link in the comments if anyone wants to come and join me. I know I have been lax on the video front because on Wednesday's video I did say I would see you on Thursday, but left hand decided to start coming up like a balloon, so I didn't get absolutely squat done. So hopefully the weather will hold off, and maybe I can get a mix made later on and do a little bit on the growing on pod. But at the same time, it's my youngest's birthday today. Well, I say youngest, he's 27. So, but yeah, it's his birthday today, and then it's my oldest birthday next Sunday as well. He's 30. Jesus Christ, I feel old. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting couple of weeks because Rick's laid down the challenge that by the time he gets back from Romania, he wants to see my growing on tank up and running. So yeah, got to pull my finger out. But at the same time, if you've got no roof above you, there's no point even trying to lay bricks in the pissing down rain, because it just doesn't work. Oh, while I'm on the subject of bricks, if there's anyone out there that is doing the odd little building or a small grow on tank and you can't be asked to buy sand and cement and you want it pre-mixed, Homebase at the moment are now getting to the point where they are dropping their prices really low, and I managed to pick up another 4 or 5 bags of ready mixed mortar for £6 a bag. So yeah, if you've got the odd little job that needs doing, get your Harris down to Homebase, because, like I say, I picked up 4 bags for the price of 2 it would have cost me in Wicks. So yeah, and they're in plastic bags, so as long as you keep them dry, they ain't going to go hard. Even better. So yeah, that's on the cards for this afternoon, as long as the weather holds off. But we know what Britain's like for its weather. Good afternoon, everyone joining in. How are we doing, Gwen, Jeff, Ian, Wicken? How are you doing over there in the big pond, over the big pond there, Wicken? How are things going for you? You can always come on and join us. Awesome. Hi, Caroline. Kashi, are you going to come on and join us? Let us know what you've been up to and how your ponds are getting on. Are you showing again this year? Just in case you can't find it, we'll paste that one in there again. So yeah, just follow the link and we'll go from there. Sweet. Is that you, bub? Hey, babe, love you. I'll see you soon. Right, my daughter's just turned up. I haven't seen her in a while. How we doing, Yorkie? How's things on your end? How's your pond going? Has it settled in nice weather? Not nice weather. Has it settled in nice? I said that because all of a sudden we can come in with cold weather came back. Oh, mate. But at the same time, if you're doing construction, get it done in the winter. And then when spring or summer comes, you can sit back, relax, and just enjoy it. Well, that's my way of looking at it anyway. Rowbury Coy, North Lincolnshire. New channel, guys and girls. Get across, give them a subscribe, drop them a comment, give them some twisted love. You know it makes sense. So, yeah, welcome in, Rowbury Coy. I was going to say something, but my daughter turning up has thrown my track off. But yeah, the thing is, for the next 2 weeks, we've got no live from New Forest. Now, the question is, do I do a live this week during the week from the Twisted Towers whilst I'm doing a bit of construction on a dry day? Or do I not bother and just do a couple of videos? The question is out there. Also, even though I couldn't do a great deal, we did go up to see the Koi couple this weekend. And even though
hello, mate.
How are you doing, Cashy?
I'm not too bad, thank you. Not too bad at all. The dog's going nuts in the background. Yeah. I think they're going nuts because Caroline's got this on the TV in the back room, and I've just appeared on the TV in there. So maybe
2 seconds. I've just got to answer him, Mum. Oh, sweet. The cooked chickens are on the right as you go into the shop, and the puff pastry rolls are by the butter. Sorry, I've had a hell of a morning. Went shopping with Mum. Come back, and of course she's got one of these new. Oh my God! Perfect. Thank you very much, Matt. You a shithead. Good job. Good job. I have pre-warned everyone that you are 4 sheets to the wind.
No, we're totally sober. We were 20 minutes ago. We've had a few.
Where's it gone?
Sorry.
Oh, we can't see Vince.
Yeah, Vince has disappeared, hasn't he, off the screen?
Shouldn't do. I'm still here.
We got a better signal here, mate.
Yeah, I can see.
Let's start this again. Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Matt and Ricky.
Oh dear.
Is that bad?
No, you've just got a black screen. I think I can see you on the telly, but you're a black screen on here.
Oh, on the. Can everyone watching see me?
No.
No, I think you got your knickers over the camera.
Knickers. Who says that?
Vince is frozen. How the fuck?
Tell you now.
Right, hang on.
This kettle is a joke, mate.
It's not even open. Is it warm enough?
Japan, the land of modern stuff, is shocking, mate. It's warming up like a candle. Yeah. Is that better, Cassie? Better signal, mate.
Yeah. I'm just gonna. I need to mute it.
Look at that. He's in a wingback chair.
Nice.
Yeah.
Main pond's coming on.
We got you now.
Kitchen done.
Hang on. Oh, bugger.
We thought we were having problems, mate.
Mate, it's been one of them days so far.
Is it?
Yeah.
One of them 3 days.
Come on then.
Been good.
I'm
Just there we go. Is that better?
Sweet.
Can you hear me, everyone?
I can.
Yeah.
Good.
I can't.
Wait,
What a bad end. I can't cope with
is he being hard work, Rick?
It's been awesome.
it. Has been awesome. Yeah.
Vince, we've managed to do the video and put it into a Dropbox, and you'll see how awesome it's been by looking at the video. Everything that you can imagine.
No, we haven't put anything in.
No, right from leaving home, coming through, everything that you can imagine that you didn't really want to go wrong went wrong, and
yeah,
that's good, mate. It's there. The fish out here. Some of them are amazing, some not so amazing, but that's life. Yeah, we've got some. We're here, and we've got loads of farms lined up tomorrow. So, yeah, we just got to get some sleep somewhere.
So far, Matt, what has been the highlight for you?
To be fair, to be like when you work with a psychic like him, going up to the fish farms today, and we're going back there tomorrow to do a video, and it's just unbelievable. You're going up through, obviously you got loads and loads of snow up there that's probably 8 to 10 feet high in places. But as we're going up through, Ryan's going, that's Danichi, that's them, that's them, that's them, behind them is them, behind them is them. And it's almost like, and I called it the Koi Road, because it is all the main Koi places all in a line. It was just one and we just went past most of them because obviously we didn't get here until lunchtime today. And we turned up at the hotel, dumped our bags at reception, didn't even check in, and went straight back out. And what's really weird is like with Danichi, you can literally pull up at their building, you don't see anybody, and then you're going in there and seeing the All Japan winner. It's like, I don't get it. No, and we were in there half an hour, 3/4 of an hour. Must have been easy. Yeah. And walked back out, we still hadn't seen anybody. Yeah, no security or nothing at all. Like, and it was the same with every farm. So the last one, who did we buy from?
Marahiro.
Marahiro. We went in there, we bought some fish. We didn't see anybody. We bowled up 8 fish, or bowled up a load of fish, but chose 8 fish, put them into a crate, marked them up for us, and left the building.
Yeah, we're meeting him tomorrow. It wasn't random. All right. We tomorrow. We sort that out.
But it's like, I said to Rich, you wouldn't, and even Ryan said they wouldn't take a call from us and say, oh, Ryan or Rich, I'm in the area, can I call in? Yeah, that's right, the gate's open, doors open, go in and out yourself. You just wouldn't do it. But over here, like even when we were at it was a train station, wasn't it, to get for the bullet train, Ryan said, just leave your bags there. And we dumped the bags, walked off, and we must have left the bags for about half an hour just outside the station. Nobody touched them.
That's how rough our bags are, mate.
But yeah,
it's a totally different world.
It's a completely different world, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
How long are you there for, guys?
For the week.
Okay.
So we come back on Friday.
Superb.
No, we hit back on Saturday, but we leave here on Friday.
Right. Okay. So far, Matt, Rick, because this is your return in 20 years, isn't it? Last time you was here or there. What's been the highlight for you so far in coming back?
To be fair, nothing's really changed. Everyone's saying, it's all changed. It hasn't. It's just, there's a few nicer buildings. The ponds are a bit better. The fish at Danichi were that much bigger and better, but in reality, it's the same. It's farmers in the mountains doing their thing, and that's nice to see. You know, the big ones have got bigger names worldwide, but yeah, it's just nice to be able to that openness. Even though it's busier, you can walk into a fish house, have a look round. If you like something, find someone to see if it's available and crack on back and bowl and get on with it. It's just easy, isn't it? I say it's easy. We make it hard. Everything is easy. Yeah, from everything we've done, haven't we? We've managed to not find car parks, not find planes, not find where we're going.
Windows falling out the plane.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Say that again. Window falling out your plane.
Not like that.
But
don't worry about it.
You'll see it. It's on the link we sent over. So when you put it on the YouTube, you'll see it.
But you a window fell out your plane.
Only part of it.
You know, talk about a good start to the week, isn't it?
It's been a laugh, and it has been a laugh. We're a real good group of, and we are so mixed, aren't they?
Yeah, we got.
I was just about to say, how are your clients finding it? Because I know you've gone out there with actual customers, haven't you?
Yeah, I would say they are all different, totally different in personalities, their ponds, what they're looking for. Like Simon today, all he wanted was plain coloured, one coloured fish. So the chag, sandboys, and all the rest of it. And yeah, we found a good source, and you see them on the video. It was good. But then you've got other ones that are looking for particular fish and values, etc., etc. It's literally, honestly, Vince, you'd be gobsmacked out here when you see some of the ponds and the numbers of the fish that are in those ponds. Like they are on top of each other, like 10 deep, and the whole surface of the water is filled. And you see a fish in there, and you can sit there and wait for half an hour, and you won't see that fish again because it's deep down on other fish. It's just awesome. You know, I've never seen anything like it. And we're only in, really, when you think about it, a half a day that wasn't really meant to have happened anyway. You know, it was a case of, solid, let's get in the cars and go and see what we can find.
Oh, awesome. So, Matt, you've already purchased fish.
Well,
Rick, have you?
The customer's purchase. Actually, we all have now, haven't we?
No.
Yes, we have.
Yeah. Come on, Rick, spill the beans. What you bought?
Can I explain the dilemma that obviously you have a box quantity of fish that's got to come back to the UK?
Yeah.
Now, the size that we were looking at was really 7 or 8 fish in that box, and the customer only wanted 4. So it was either we leave the fish or we make the box up. Luckily, Rich spotted one for brooding. I spotted 2 or 3 that I could sell on, and we made the box quantity. So customer's happy. Rich has got another brood stock. I got some more to sell on, and well, we will be back there tomorrow. But we can go to the next pond, next dealer, and do it all over again.
Nice.
Yeah,
so
it's nice fish.
Now you're out there. Who are you looking forward? Because you've already been into Dainichi. Who are you looking forward to going and seeing the most, and why?
Ifuchi, probably Ifuchi. Is where most of my stock come from last year. Nisai, the Tosai. I'm quite happy with any of them. Obviously, until you go and see what the stocks are and what the fish are and what the mix is.
Yeah,
we can't do a lot on that one. But for the Nisai, Ifuchi.
Wherever's got some good shows, that's the problem. For me, it's just such an eye opener. You go in, Dainichi's just priced out of this world. And the fish are good, but you're paying such a premium for the name. It's horrendous. Marahiro was, some of the fish that is good, big stuff was equally as good as Dainichi. Still expensive, but not in the same crazy realms. But yeah, just getting hold of the right fish. Winning Shinodas, and we do a little We haven't done it yet because we were a bit too drunk to do it, to be fair. A synopsis of what we've been up to. We're going to do it in the morning for the next video.
Yep.
To highlight the fact that, you go in a breeder like the world-renowned breeder, does some amazing fish. All he's got is leftovers. And
I was shocked when
he's not finished sorting his toes out, so there'd be some of them, but he's been hammered, and what he's got left. So if you walked in there and didn't know any different, you'd be like, oh, disappointed. But the reality is that's what's left behind, and that's reality. But you go to another farm that's not as well known, and they haven't been battered yet. So it's finding the right fish, the right budget. Yeah.
So in other words, Crafty beat you to.
no.
Yeah.
Beat you to
It's not. There's so many fish. I mean,
Shinoda.
Ryan's already got a load earlier on Crafty, so everyone goes in because he's one of those names that everyone goes to get their Syrian, Deutsch, Sankin, whatever. So yeah, you struggle now. He's got some more toes to go through, but
It's like Aoki. Aoki, they haven't got much there at the moment, but tomorrow or the next day, they're bringing in the next lot of toe side to stock up on the tanks, which we got the first dibs on.
Yeah.
Well, we're blackmailing them.
Is there much of a difference between the quality? I mean, obviously that we know there's breeders that are famous for specific varieties and whatever. But is there much quality between some of the recognised dealers and some of the lesser recognised ones, or is it the quality is just very similar? It's just the types that vary slightly.
I think we both ought to answer this one separately.
well, we're not seeing. To be fair, we've not seen enough yet.
No.
So in reality, Dainichi's, you're only going to see Sanki, Shera and Kahaku.
Yeah.
And they're generally pretty immense.
I think you pay. I do think
a massive premium.
You're paying a premium for that name because we've been doing. We did 3 ponds, sorry, 3 farms today, and you're seeing some of the same fish. Say the Kahaku, you're going into Dainichi and seeing equally the same in one of the other farms, but you know that you're going to be paying 20% more just because of the name. But between to the average hobbyist, you ain't going to see much difference in the fish. But then when you look at the show winners, like Dainichi's shower that they got up there, it is a stunning fish, but it is only a one-off fish.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. The qualities you can see what market some of the breeders are aiming for, and the price range reflects that, and the varieties they do reflect that. Obviously, some varieties are easier to produce than others. Yeah. So, it's. And like I say, we've only been in 3 farms, so I'll save it to the end of the week and see. But that's what we want to try and do, is a synopsis of an honest opinion of what's available at given times. Because it's not all roses and amazing. You walk in every fish house and it's just like blown away with. Some of it is, and some of them you're like, all right, that's all right. But that's like they sell fish, so the best ones generally was first, don't they? And they bring more in, and it's a constant, which is why Ryan's here for so long, because he's going to each breeders almost weekly, because the stocks are changing. So if you hit them on the right day, you get some top stuff, and you hit them on the wrong day, and it's like, well, I'm not actually going to buy anything. Yeah, it's the same breeder. The qualities, what they produce is it's just what's available on the given day that you're there. And
also, I think like for a dealer and for Ryan particularly, you know what it's like when you go into a dealer's, you look at the fish, you make your judgment of what you like, and you may purchase or you may not. But then you could go back a week later, or somebody goes in there and posts, just been into Harry Coy or New Forest Coy and bought this fish, and you get these comments of, shit, where was that fish? I never saw that when I was there. So Ryan, like today when he was going in there, was looking at fish that potentially, and you don't know for sure, but could have been in the tank 3 days ago when he was there. But he's looking at them now thinking, shall I purchase them? Yeah. Because they are always moving, and you don't spot every single fish continuously.
It's koi hunting out there. Hats off to the boys that do it for weeks and weeks on end. you know, they're out there looking from farm to farm to farm, trying to find the gems, trying to find those stuff their customers want at the right price range, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
kind of, but yeah, the breeders that got the names are always going to have more, you know, for every koi tourist that turns up here, they're all going to want to go and see Aoki, Shinoda, Donichi, whatever, because everyone knows them going there. And some of the lesser known breeders, like what Dr. Kempo's put them on there, no, I've never heard of them.
I got a feeling, I don't know how you pronounce that, Shinoda is the guy that worked for Shinoda, and he is literally 300 yards away from Shinoda. And he's got Shinoda fish there. And yes, it is one of the ones. And again, it's really weird when you're out with the dealers because you try to get the appointment and it's not always possible. But at the same time, you can just walk into these places and see the fish.
Yeah.
We did it today. Exactly that. You know, we weren't expected to be out. We didn't have any appointments out. We went into one of the farms and we purchased fish.
We put some to one side. That's a good right. That's so you should know them, so that it's, you know, you can't do that just walking off the street. It's because you're with people that they deal with, and it's right. But yeah, where do we go for our first meal tonight, Jeff? Literally
50 yards from.
I got all my winter gear on. Like I said, we're going to somewhere, and we didn't even go out of the hotel lobby. Went through a door, and we were in a place full of little, I looked like a right turnip. Yeah,
it was a bit like tapas, wasn't it? So it had literally lots and lots of dishes continuously coming out, which was good.
To help down with the beer
and the sake.
Or 5.
And rum.
So what shocked you the most so far since you've been out there?
Ricky didn't snore on the first night.
That's lucky, isn't it?
He did. Honestly, Vince, I swear on my kid's life that on the first night, the first night here, it was up at Heathrow in London. We booked up the 2 rooms, 2 single beds for the 4 of us that were staying there, and then we met up more over at the airport. But honestly, God, I swear to you, I looked over to Rick about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I checked his chest to make sure it was moving.
Oh yeah,
because he hadn't snored.
Just checking.
Well, that is unusual because usually you can hear him up in the office, and he's down on the fishing lake.
Yeah, exactly.
We've got separate rooms now.
We have, yeah.
But I said to Crafty, leave me the adapter in his room because I'm bound to have a room. Guess what? I'm in his room.
Oh, smart.
Yes, he left me the adapter, is he, Crafty?
Oh, well, not so smart. Tight get.
I haven't found it yet. I said hide it.
So other than Rick not snoring since you've stepped off the plane in Japan, is there any?
Yeah, the close proximity of all of the fish farms. Like honestly, it's like walking down through any high street and looking at the coffee shops. It's literally one's there, one's 100 yards up, another 50 yards up, one next door to that, one round the back of that one, all the way up, and God knows what the name of the road is. And it was just, and you'll see it on every Tuesday's video. I'm going to go back tomorrow and get a video of it, and Ryan's going to call out all the fish farms as we drive up through. And it was literally, Ryan was just, didn't even think about it because it gobsmacked me at the time. As I'm driving up, Ryan's going, that's Joe Bloggs there, that's Joe Bloggs there, that's Joe Bloggs there, that's Joe Bloggs there. Behind that one is that one. If you go behind that one is that one. And if you go behind that one is that one. And I thought, and naivety, that you had mud ponds, and around the mud ponds, a bit like, you know, New Forest Koi, that around the ponds you have your shop. But it's not. You got no sign of the mud ponds. We haven't seen a mud pond. You know, we saw what could be possibly them when we flew in, but we haven't seen a mud pond. All we've seen is their outlet where they bring the fish in from their mud ponds up in the mountains or wherever they are, back to that place to sell.
Well, if you've got 10 foot of snow, I'd be very fucking surprised if you could see a mud pond.
Well, you'll see on one of the videos, it was the Danichi one. I come out the front door and there's a big area that is just laden with snow, which probably is 3 to 4 feet deep, as it is most places. And underneath there is 4 of their big ponds, which is where they hold all the sales fish, because Danichi do a lot of their fish by auction now rather than selling individually. And
Yep.
that's their ponds, and then they're totally obviously under snow at the moment. But I think that's got probably the closest we got to seeing a mud pond or a pond.
Yeah, their holding and sales facilities on the road for easy access. So it just makes sense, doesn't it? If you're a buyer,
Yeah,
you can just go shopping.
And these shops are tiny, so it could be literally just a garage with a sign on the front, and that is it.
yeah, definitely.
On the back, but yeah.
So what shocked you, Rick, since you've got off the plane and returned? Has it been like a cultural shock, or the way that things are laid out in the koi houses now?
No, it's exactly the same. It is the same. You know, since the earthquake, some of the places have changed. Some of the developments have gone on. You know, Dainichi's got bigger, Isa's got bigger, but the farms are exactly the same from 20 years ago. And it doesn't change. It doesn't perhaps need to change. It does what it's supposed to do. They grow the fish in the mountains. They hold them in the ponds by the side of the road. Yeah, it's perhaps more of a shock. I couldn't tell you the quality till we've been to enough farms to really assess that.
But from what you've seen so far, has it given you any ideas that you would maybe want to try and implement when you get home back to the farm?
I think we're on the right track. There is, if you could have some more of Dainichi's broodstock, we'd be all right. That's some pretty impressive fish. To see that number of massive high-level koi is just sort of mind-blowing. And it doesn't come across on film. You film it and it's just, it just doesn't. But the reality is,
so when you walked into Dainichi and you come face to face with the All Japan show koi winner, that must have been like.
You don't even come face to face with them though, because the fish is in the tank and you can see it, but he's also surrounded by 100 other fish of the same size.
There's only 10 fish in there.
No, in that one, but then on the other side, the left hand side, there's a shed load in there as well.
Did it stand out in the vat then? If it's back in now with more fish?
It's back with all the fish that went. The show was all the fish that went to the show, so it was in there with another 4 80 to 90 centimeter showers, 95 centimeter Yamabuki, and 90 centimeter. So they're all top fish. Yeah. So no, you look at one show and you go, wow, that's amazing. You look at another one and you go, wow, that's amazing. It's not
it's tiny margins that separate.
It is. You need to put them into a show bat to realistically assess the qualities, because when the water's moving and you're just seeing them, you can't really see it so well, but you can just see the overall quality and numbers of big fish they got but the cost of running like that big fish house for the number of actual fish they got in there is just bonkers.
Well, we were debating on all of those tanks in there, all on backy showers, and we were debating how many litres per hour it was chucking through, and it got 100,000 litres it was pumping through that backy shower. Yeah, it's massive water.
Don't they use 4-inch pumps for doing their backy showers, just to be able to move the volume of water that they do with them?
Yeah,
they do, and they're all automatic feeders, and you think you've got 6 fish in a pond, costing shitload, the amount of air, the amount of water movement, the feeders looking after, and there's 6 or 8 fish swimming around. Some of them, they're massive, insane fish, but to grow, the cost involved to grow those fish like that. And
keep them in that quality as well.
Yeah, and even that, you see fish in there when you suddenly start studying. There's 10 fish from about. You see that there's the odd one. You think, well, actually, that's got a body shape. It's a bit too fat, or it's got an issue with this or that. And that's even there at the best place in the world, kept like that, you've still got those issues. You know, it's not every single fish is immaculate.
No, and you're being polite.
Yeah, it was just, but that to grow fish like that in those, it's so difficult, so difficult.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But the bodies on them, you know, like I've seen big fish obviously before, but they're just like massive, weren't they? And the shoulders on them, you know, it was just literally coming off the head and whack. It was just, beasts.
they're
Do you not find though that sometimes with that body shape, that the head sometimes looks too small for the body?
Somebody's got pretty big. They've got bigger heads than me, I think.
It was just the way it came up from the back. It was just literally, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's just big fish like that. I've got that shape. When you go into like the Nisa and Sandside house, the fish look more. They look not. In some ways, look nicer because they're more like the fish you're used to seeing. So yeah, it's a difficult one. Big jumbo cod with massive bodies is impressive. It is. They do look. Yeah, it's an acquired taste. Perhaps some people look and go, "Jesus, that looks a bit much." But
yeah,
that's the thing, isn't it? To have those monster bodies, everything about them being. It's not just they're long; they are massive.
Do you not find though with that body shape that's now being created on the koi, that they're starting to now look more like coloured mirror carp?
I wouldn't go quite as far as that because they're better proportion, and obviously you see a variation of shapes amongst them. So yeah, but you couldn't create that in a normal pond. You just couldn't get the food. If one of those fish went back to a more average pond, they'd probably start to lose a lot of that body and mass, because to keep that on them, the amount of food that's going into them and the environment. That's what costs the money to create that. But to go to a show, that fish with a bigger body looks more impressive. So it's always going to take the prizes.
Right.
It is what it is. Some people like seeing small fish. Some people like seeing massive fish. I prefer seeing the small ones have got a more elegant, not elegant swim motion. They just look like, say, more in proportion. Seeing that they've got room for development, whereas when you see them massive, it's kind of, they always scare me because they've got no but downhill, because they're at that peak, and if they're sat there, there's only one way to go at some point. So
and like you say, to maintain the quality at that size is what then becomes the expense. It's not so much the running cost, but more the feeding cost to be able to maintain the quality and body.
Yeah, it's all of it. I mean, you've just, stock levels have got to be so low, the water quality's got to be so high, the food, it costs a lot of money to keep those fish in peak condition. Perfect. It is, and obviously it might be cheaper to run out there, the electric might be cheaper or whatever, but it's still a big undertaking, and that's why the big farms but yeah, I was Marihero's fish. I was impressed with his big stuff. They were, when to see 300 fish in a pond that are all big, of every variety you can imagine, and they're all good examples. It's like, wow, the effort to do that with one variety is immense. Dainichi's basically doing it with Kahaku and Showa. Insane. Marihero's got everything. There wasn't a variety not in that pond of a jumbo size of a good quality.
Is that Marihero's big round pond? Is it?
Yeah, but I don't think he sells a great deal. There is sort of prize fish, and they'll go out, come back, go out, come back, and obviously he charges top dollar for them. And if someone wants them, then they pay for them. But they are. I mean, pretty
from videos I've seen from others that have been out to Japan, that Marihiro pond, it doesn't look like there is much room to move for fish. No, is it really that bad when you're there physically looking at it? Because on the videos, sometimes when you look at them, it looks like there's hardly any water in that pond, yet you've got massive, huge fish in there.
Yeah, but that pond, you'll see a video of it in August, September, when dry and clean. It's not used. It's only filled and put the fish when they come back from the mud pond. So they're stored in there in cold water. So yeah, it's probably realistic 10% of the volume in that tank is fish, which is quite high. It is 10, maybe even more than that, but it's probably 375 centimeter fish in that. Yeah, it's mental.
Jesus.
It's but they are literally being stored in there just to display for the winter, sell some,
Right.
and then back out or whatever. They're not being fed as such. They're not being grown. They are literally.
That was going to be my next question. Is that pond heated in any way? So it is literally
there, but it's not heated. But it's obviously there is heating in there to maintain.
I think all the ponds that we've seen today would have been holding ponds rather than any other purpose. It would have been literally next to no food going in there.
Yeah, they're all.
It was just it was
right.
display.
We're not really being to those high places where there's still ground fish at the minute. So we'll see some tomorrow. And yeah,
because it would be nice to if you could get some video of the filtrations that they're using on the ponds, because I think that's something we haven't seen a great deal of on the videos that have come from Japan.
To be fair, Vince, a lot of the ponds we've seen didn't have any filtration to view.
Well, it's all
right.
It's all under the walkways and around the sides. So basically, the way it's set up, it's like that, but it's all super simple, basic filtration. There's nothing mad about it. It's just,
no, I just thought it'd be a different thing that I haven't seen a lot of in the videos that have come from Japan recently this year.
I will do it, but at some point I will get out there, film them for you, have a look.
That'd be great.
The purpose is to mic up and go in the fish house, and it just didn't happen today. We were flying around like idiots. But I think the discussion bit we were going to put at the end of every video about where we've been, what we've seen, what we think about them, which hasn't gone on the end of this video for apparent reasons. We'll go at the start of the whatever. And it's just, I think it's a more honest view to people that come out here, because it is it's the journey. It costs a lot of money, and it gives people rather than thinking they're going to walk into every fish house and just be swarmed with the best koi in the world, isn't quite the case. There is the best koi in the world. There is masses of fish, but it's not just a case of you'll turn up and get your dream fish. I mean, one of Matt's customers wants a very, very specific tancho show of a specific pattern, but his price range and the fish we've seen today are poles apart. And he's not saying he's willing to pay a lot of money for this fish, but a lot of money is not.
It's still not going to buy it.
A lot of money enough.
Danny.
Good afternoon. How are we all? You okay?
He's looking all.
How we doing, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. I was listening to your conversation while I was driving, but I've stopped now, so I thought I'd jump on.
Go for it. I'm going to pass out in a minute, mate. Yeah. Not being funny.
What time is it there?
It's coming up midnight.
12 o'clock.
So,
midnight.
Long day.
We've been since Friday. So it's now Sunday. Well, it's going to be Monday in a minute. That's what I'm saying. It's not just financial. It is massive effort to be here. And like Gaz's videos are amazing. And you got some amazing footage and whatever. But all that, sometimes it just comes across that you're just going to walk in and see. Well, you do see amazing fish, but they're not always available. They're not always in the right price range, whatever. It's not as easy to necessarily get what you want as it might seem. And that's why the guys are out going from farm to farm, hundreds and hundreds of farms, doing loads of fish. The fish your dreams is probably here somewhere. But if you've got only 4 days in the mountains and it's snowing like crap and you can't get about, it's not that easy to find them or at the right price or whatever. So we're going to have a mighty adventure, and see where we end up. But as it's your birthday tomorrow.
Oh, is it?
No, Tuesday.
Tuesday.
It's Monday now. It's tomorrow then.
It's not yet. Probably 15 minutes.
Close
Yeah,
to
no,
that,
Tuesday. So Ryan's planned an evening out, which I dread to think what he's going to be doing. But yeah,
It's good. It's a good crack. But people out here are just different cultures. So polite, but I don't think they know how to take.
do you know, Vince? I was chuckling on the train. So we're on the bullet train.
Yeah.
Ticket man comes in. We were in.
Two guys.
We were in the business class one, that really. The seats to go back, your legs come up, and you got everything there, and you got a table that comes out in front of you.
Massaged by the young lady.
Yeah, and this ticket man comes in behind. And you'd already scanned your ticket, so he's not looking for tickets. But he walks through. He gets to the far end of the carriage, turns around, bows
to everyone,
and then goes on. And I'm looking at thinking, wow, imagine going to work every day and being told that when you go through the carriages, when you get to the end, you got to bow. But then he came back through the same door, walked past us, and thinking that we're all facing forward. He then got to behind me, and I was literally the last person in the carriage at the back. And I could see in the corner of my eye that he went like that and bowed to us as well, when nobody would have been able to see him. But they are just so...
He was stood there going, I bet that twat's still staring at me.
Yeah, he probably was. Yeah. But no, it's just such a different culture. And I know, like Gaz said, that, it's like they're in the 80s, but then other things, they're more advanced and seem to be switched on better than what we do. On the roof, it was on Donici's roof, actually, that they had sprinklers on the top of the roof, just getting the water to come down the roof to keep the snow off. So when, back at home, we have a bit of rain and then it snows and we all go, no, it's not settling because the ground's too wet. That's in effect of what they're actually trying to do. They're keeping the ground wet so the snow doesn't settle and keeps everybody going. But we're going down through, not the motorway, but like a dual carriageway, and we're going at full speed, keeping up with the rest of the traffic, and snow is just piling up all around you. But life carries on. That's what they see every year, and they have done for years and years and years.
So on the buildings, you say they're pumping water from the roof down across the roof. Is that being recirculated, or does that get...
Goes out of waste, I think, mate. They've just literally got so much available water, groundwater, that they just put it out on any car parks, like sprinklers, roads, just keep water moving, so it just stays free.
And it's literally sprinklers in the middle of the road, dual carriageway. We had to stop at the traffic lights, and these little sprinklers come up so far, and you just see them squirting water like this out of the ground, and then all of a sudden, they drop down, and it all stops.
You're going to have to get that on camera.
No, I've got it.
You've got it. Wicked.
Yeah. Those are the traffic lights. I got it, and you can see it. And it's only so high up, but the carriageway is all soaking wet, and it's almost like it's been raining for hours and hours. But it's not pumping the water onto the roads. The roads are being built with a chamfer on it, so that rain or sprinkler water goes across the road, keeping the snow off. And then if snow does come down hard, that turns to slush, then snow. As soon as it does stop snowing, all the machines, we've seen so many snow machines, haven't we? Just literally, and there's big machinery, like tractor size, and they're underneath the snow. You can just see the snow coming out up over the top. That's how thick it is over there. But at the same time, it's not cold. Or weirdly, it is. The temperature gauge shows it's between 2 and 4 degrees. But Ryan turned up at the train station to meet us today, and just turns up in a hoodie. And we walked out with the clothes that we had on the plane, and I wasn't cold today.
Just weird, didn't you?
Yeah,
it's trying to get to the rum bar.
If you haven't done it, and I know this is my first time over, if you haven't done it, then find somebody that's willing to take you, because you do need somebody. And definitely, that's what I've seen today. I always thought it was a sales gimmick thing that people are trying to get on the bandwagon, but 100% you need to have, like we have, We've got a guide that's in one vehicle. I'm driving the other vehicle. We've got Ryan, and between all four of us, we're all communicating, saying where we want to go, and they're making the arrangements for us to go into those houses.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely an experience.
So we've got a question here from Stuart. Do the Japanese locals visit these farms, or is it just foreign buyers?
Well, interesting one. Yeah, I've been asking these questions, see, right? In the summer, down the road, where you would have in some places, say, strawberry people that are selling their strawberries or flowers in the lay-bys, you will have individual people with their blue tanks set up selling their koi in the lay-bys. Yeah, I know. It's just totally. So yeah, everybody does visit the farms, and it's massive.
They are prevalent. You have all sorts going on. But yeah, this time of year, I think it's much more foreign buyers. And then, when it's more nicer weather conditions, you get all the little markets, auctions, all sorts of shows. It's all going on, isn't it? So,
yeah. Cheers, Cassie.
They will be all breeders, won't they? They're just very small hobbyist breeders rather than big commercial farms.
Now you get quite a lot of people that go around the farms and buy fish and then set up on the side of the road and be selling. So they'll go and pick stuff and sell fish from multiple little farms, because the farms are too busy to do it themselves. They'll have people just turn up and buy batches of fish and then sell them.
But if you wanted to buy from them, would you be able to get them over, or does that big problem then with CFAS?
Absolute pain in the ass. Yeah. That's for local buyers where and you've seen it on some of Lee's videos. Have gone places and there's like a little market, and there'll be 10,000 yen bats, and the old boys are sat there playing chess, and they just buy fish from a few breeders, source them, and they have them available because they'll sit there and sell them. Whereas the breeders are far too busy out doing what the breeders are doing all the time. So it's just an option for people to get different bits. But yeah, you wouldn't really be able to buy them.
I don't think you would want to. The biosecurity side of it would be so different. Danichi, when we walked in there, we had to put our feet into, I don't even know what you would call it, but a foot dip. And then you had to go over to another area and wash all your hands down and spray your hands. So the biosecurity of that lot is so tight. But if you go and it's like in the market, local market, they ain't going to be doing any of that. And
of course. You wouldn't want to. I just wondered what the procedure would be, whether it would.
It's not, they're not, to be able to buy and ship sensibly, you got to be buying from a farm or through one of the authorized dealers or whatever. So, it's one of those. This doesn't really happen. But then again, you get, like I say, you can buy from some of the auctions, but a lot of the time they're already pre-bagged. So you're buying the lot in the bag from the breeder, and they go back to the breeder then to be packed and shipped, or go to one of the facilities or whatever. There's different ways of doing it, but obviously the more, if you're buying direct from a breeder, you're buying direct from source, whereas the more places those fish go and get mixed about with, it just becomes more potential for problems, doesn't it? But in reality, if you're here, it's not really an issue. If you're a shop in the UK and you try and come over and buy all sorts of bits, a bit more of a minefield. The shipping side of it would be a nightmare to start with. But so Ryan's having to book, we say, 150 boxes a month in advance before he's brought any fish to secure the shipping. Then he's going to source the fish to fill the space that he's bought on the aeroplanes. And it's just such
a mental,
absolute juggling act. So you got to be hats off to him for being that organised. You can't buy more space. Like I said, if you didn't buy enough space and had too many fish, you just can't get more space on the shipment. So you end up having to have another shipment a month later or whatever. It's an absolute, So you got the big boys that have got X amount of room on all the planes, and they'll only take X amount of livestock and whatever. It's probably not one of their highest priorities. So
It's quite interesting for them, isn't it? They charge by the pallet, so to them it's probably more of a pain than if it was a pallet of some sort of dry goods rather than You know,
Yes, but they charge more for it. So they charge by weight, but obviously knife fish are charged at a higher premium because they've got to go in controlled conditions. They can't just. It's
I know
one of those.
the agent that we use, he puts 72 boxes on a pallet, and I don't know if that varies, but every time I've looked, there always seems to be 72 on a pallet.
The box sizes vary, so the little fish will all come in the same size box for most of the farm. But as the fish get bigger, the boxes get bigger, so you
I
can't
think
stack.
they try, don't they? They try and pack so you might get 10 of one size, or 50, or 100, or 120, because they're trying to make the packaging work with the shipping as best they can so all the weights is right.
Yeah, but as you get the bigger fish have to go in bigger
Of
boxes.
course, yeah.
Your normal box would be X big,
It's
and
like
you get X amount in them. But yeah, once you go above a certain size, the boxes then get bigger, so the weight gets bigger.
So are you out there buying big brood stock? Is that your plan, Rick?
No, I'm not. Well, I'm out here just.
He's out here as my mate.
My mate.
I need somebody to go up to the bar and get me my next drink.
Yeah, it's if I find any brood stock, we brought all the brood stock we want for the year pretty much. But if I find something special that's affordable, I'll certainly take it. I'm really to buy some little ones for growing on for myself.
You just want something damaged, don't you? Really, you want like an absolute out of this world that's broke a pec or something like that, and that'd be perfect, wouldn't it?
These things do turn up, but if you're not here, you don't see them. And for me, having not been here for so long, it's just nice to touch base with how good the stuff is, isn't it, and see where you are. And what's that?
What is spooning?
Nice one, Ross.
Yeah, so in mind, if I can come back with a few boxes of nice little ones for growing on, and for me, growing on the little ones in our environment against our fish gives me a much better understanding of where we are. Because at the end of the day, if I buy Nisai from Japan, they've been grown differently. They look different. They're grown differently.
Yeah.
So it's not such a fair comparison. But when you get them small and put them through with our water conditions, our temperatures, our foods, suddenly those differences reduce, and you can see the actual base quality of A versus B, and if where we are, what we're doing. And if some of those fish do really well, they might stay on as parents. It's just all learning everything I can. Learning
every day's a learning day.
It is, mate. And I'll learn stuff out. I will be learning stuff out here every day. Going to the farms, just little things you just pick up. But
I think you're thinking something like this. The day you think you know it all in a hobby like this, where even breeders are creating new varieties, and there's so many Japanese words, just the translation alone is sometimes impossible. To think that you know it all at any point, you're sort of screwed, then, aren't you? It just never stops.
And we had probably 3 or 4 fish today that we couldn't actually put a finger on to say what they were. The Kumon root that we thought could be. There was 3 or 4 options on it, wasn't it?
Well, Kumon root.
Yeah, Kumon root.
There are some weird crosses out here, but yeah, some of the old school stuff, like look like big ghosties that are those or whatever they want to call them, and stuff that weren't that's probably something you didn't see 20 years ago. Some of these varieties, the old school Makashis, the Kabuto Ogons, these big, for want of a better word, the sort of plainer old school varieties that have made a comeback. And there is a lot more Benigoi, Krashigoi, Makashi Ogons, different types of Deutsch Kabuto type stuff. They do look good. Ones do look quite stunning, but they're the thing you used to see quite often on a pond job, and the one surviving fish would be a great big bronze ghosty, kind of worthless, and yet some of them are here for big money as a new name, Bronze Samurai or whatever.
I pulled one out, didn't I? Because I liked it. It was Vince. It was one of your type of fish that you would have. Massive big scales on it, a weird colour, and
Did you buy it?
No. It went back in. I think
you get me all excited. And then
I-
slap me down with a backhand.
Well, we're back there tomorrow. I can get a video of it for you, and if you want to pay 600 quid for it, then you're more than welcome.
Is it a show winner?
No, not at all. But it was just different.
Well, if it's not show winning unusual like the champ, then I'm not interested.
Yeah. No, like Gaz said, at the end of the day, I think the budget side of it is you can get cheap fish out here. If you're buying console, you're buying certain stuff. But yeah, once you start looking at the better stuff, the price is a lot higher than it was.
Yeah.
That reflects the demand from China, Asia. The demand's higher, the better fish cost more. And
without a shadow.
Inflation gone in there over 20 years as well. So yeah.
Just in the 2 years I've been buying koi now, it's noticeably different. The prices, they are definitely up by, on average, fish are definitely up by 20%, 25% easy compared to even last year. You know what I mean?
The problem with when you're buying, you can still get everyone that you should buy fish. The fish you buy, have got better and better. So the fish get more and more expensive. You can still buy cheap console stuff, but you probably buy them and go, well, they're not very good, are they? Whereas
definitely. But I think even I don't know if it's the shipping or what, but if you bought 100 mixed Miatora or Yamazan or whatever, which you're decent fish, but they're just standard fish, they're definitely more expensive than they were even a year or so ago. I don't know if that's inflation or shipping or what. You know what I mean?
Shipping has gone up, but let's say we don't really buy that many fish, so I tend to what the dealers say or whatever. But for me, just looking at the farms, the good stuff is more sought after. The hand selecting better stuff is just they've got a lot more visitors here because the hobby's grown worldwide. So I think the UK used to be like the second biggest koi keeping country on the planet. We're nowhere near that anymore. And the guys here are saying they've got more Dutch, German, French, Chinese, Vietnamese, American. Yeah,
and they're buying the ponds, the whole pond. Turn up, take the whole pond. Done.
You've only got to look at what Fitz is doing in America, haven't you, to see the scale what he's now bringing fish into America. Wow, that's 600 boxes on one shipment, 1,200 boxes on one shipment, unreal.
That's an emerging market. I mean, America 15, 20 years ago, no one really kept koi. There was a few, but it wasn't just wasn't done. But
it's all long bins, weren't it? They loved the butterfly, didn't they? But now it's taking more serious, I think.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to bed.
Have you bought any last thing? Have you bought any Tamasaba yet?
We haven't seen any.
No.
Good.
But we will.
Matt, keep Rick.
They're lovely.
Keep Rick away from the Tamasaba.
No, he's making you the polytunnel boss for the Tamasaba section.
He knows I'll kick him in. He knows I'll kick him in the nuts.
I did see a beautiful pair of nice butterfly Sankeys I was going to buy.
Did
you? Did I? No.
Good night, chaps.
Good night. Enjoy your too.
Thank you very much, you two. It's been much appreciated.
No worries.
Love you long time.
Can you confirm that you can get into Dropbox, get it out?
I don't need to confirm.
Yeah, I'll have a look.
Not now, but later on. And then if you've got a problem, I can sort it before we head off in the morning, so it's there when you get up.
All right.
Okay.
Sleep well.
Take care, everybody.
See you later. Well, I think on that note, I'm gonna wrap things up because, as I said, it's my boy's birthday today. No doubt I'll pop on to you live later on when you're doing your auction, Dan.
Yeah, I'm going to get my haircut. I'm literally sat in the car park waiting to go and get my haircut, but I just wanted to jump on.
I was supposed to have got mine cut, but that's why I've got the fucking hat on because things just went out the window this weekend.
All right then, mate. Go on. You end your live, and I'll be on mine at 8 PM tonight. So I look forward to seeing you then.
All right, Dan. Cheers, mate.
Bye. Bye.
So, ladies and gentlemen, guys and girls, I'd like to say a big thank you for everyone that's joined along. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, and all that shamizzle. I've been Twisted, Corey. You lot out there, you know you're great. And we will see you tomorrow with a video.